Right, so I've been having a bit of a tidy up, it being mid to late February, so we've still got some edible stuff there. But all these rows that I'm just passing, I have gone over them a bit, I've weeded them, and they're now due for another layer of compost, which will, an inch or two of new compost will keep it going for the whole of the year now. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind, the tail end of the massive storms. So the way I've done this is the no dig method. So I put compost directly on top of the pasture, which looks like that, and in some cases, if I've managed to find enough, I put it on top of cardboard, which has helped to keep all the weeds down. But having said that, this has been uncultivated, this field, for quite some time, maybe 30 years or more. So there's quite a few perennial weeds that are coming up through here, and you know, obviously I don't use weed killer, and the idea is that I don't really have to dig up weeds. However, back in the real world, you will see, that's celery by the way, you will see, this is that trailing buttercup, or whatever it's called, weed that's coming up from below. And there's one plant in particular, this is sorrel, so it's edible, but it's quite an invasive weed. And there's another one that's getting on my nerves a bit at the moment. I'm just going to go and try and find some. It's this. So here we are. There's not too many weeds on this one, but we're going to have a little look at one or two of these, and there's a big difference between an annual plant or weed and the perennial weeds, and I'll show you the difference. So that is one of these ones that's coming up from below. So I've just dug him up a little bit, and all these weed roots here, all of that's got to go. Chuck them away. And here's another one. I should be able to do this by hand. All of these roots have got to go. You can deal with the annual ones. You know which ones they are, because they haven't got anything like the same root system, and you can just hoe them and they'll die. But these ones, including these thistles, do have to be dug up. I mean, look at the root on that. It's no good just chopping the top off that, it'll grow again. It has to be pulled up completely. Every single bit of root that you can anyway should go. Well, this is an interesting one here. There's one I just dug up. So it looks very innocuous. Digging it up. And what you see is a massive, great big root. All of that's got to go, otherwise it'll pop up in all sorts of places throughout the year and be very irritating. You can hoe that all you like and it will come back. So here's a few items in a bucket. I'm just going to make the point of what I do with that. Lots of people say that you can put them in the compost heap and they will rot. Now, I don't dare do that because I don't keep my compost that well. I suspect it's not going to necessarily reach the right temperatures to kill all the roots. So I go just over here, trying not to glare out the picture too much, and I just dump it in the hedge. So there, if it does grow back, it's not going to grow very well because it's in the dark and at the root of a hedge. So that will allow most of it to just die off and not infect my lovely compost heaps too badly at all, in fact. So that is my plan.